Hello and welcome to another video on the channel. In this one, we're going to be looking at kitchen knives. These two are the most popular types of kitchen knives. This is curved edge, and this one is serrated curved edge knife. These two probably represent majority of varieties of kitchen knives. There's a lot of knives that are used in kitchen, like with thinner blade, longer, shorter blades, thicker blades. But in general, they do have this just I'd say straight blade. This one is curved, but they don't have serrations. This one does have teeth, as you can see, and there's a lot of varieties of these as well. You know, bigger blades, bigger knives, smaller knives, all that. So when I choose tools for anything, even for my kitchen, I do look in variety in of possibilities in use. These two cover most things that you can do with a knife, and the thing about why I like this in particular uh, knife with serrations with this teeth is because it's not a thick blade, so when you punch stuff, you can easily start cutting if you like maybe work on some food like maybe bread or something like that. You don't actually need to press too much, but you can saw off slices, right? This one is more like when you cut with this knife, you usually go like you shear things. So that's the motion of cutting with this knife. With this one, you try to saw. So don't push too much pressure. You do put a little bit of pressure, but it's in generally using the option to saw things off. It works perfectly with you don't actually have to have a super huge teeth in knife to work as a saw, I'd say, because usually you're not going to use this where you should use saw, but it will help for maybe branches or something like that if you really want to have in your toolbox for like projects outside or anything like that. I'm talking kitchen and beyond in with this setup, with these tools, because these knives are not just kitchen tied, so they can be used in so many applications. And if you look at like pocket knives or machetes or something huge knives, they're really niche tools. These are wide use tools, something that pretty much work as is in general. So it can be used like for survival, camping, in kitchen, for working on some projects with different materials. You can use these knives either or both of them. Which is the thing about tools is it's always better to have more options with tools. But if you would bring a knife, I'd say you will not go wrong either or. I would say if you bring a knife, it's better to have a stronger knife like this one, where a knife is stronger than you. The thing about serrated knife, you don't want. It's not actually that important for a knife to be stronger than you because you're using sewing moisture. So with this, you don't actually press with your force when you're cutting things. You actually press a little bit and you uh, work these teeth left and right, trying to cut things. So you don't actually have to have too strong of a knife. As in this case, it's much more preferable to have a stronger knife. And the thing is, if you carry this as in your toolbox, have some pouch, because of course these are blades, they're sharp. It's always good to have uh, these blades sharpened before you carry anywhere. The thing about this knife, it's probably more important to have this one sharper than this one. These teeth, even if they're not as sharp, because you use these blade to saw, it will tolerate lesser sharpness. Of course, it will result in you using a little more pressure, but in general use, I would say it will tolerate it being this blade not being as sharp more than this blade would, because if it becomes dull, it doesn't cut well. You probably should sharpen it so it will become much more usable, because you rely on your strength with this tool. But here it's more like tool design helps you with what you're doing to do easier job, even if it's not as, even if it's a dull blade or something like that, or not as sharp as like from factory or anything like that. I personally like tools with wooden handles. It doesn't really matter what kind of handle it is. I like ergonomic handles, like natural materials or something like that. Rubber, plastic, other, uh, it doesn't really matter for these tools. The problem with this blade or this kind of knife is you have to understand you're gonna use your force a lot of times, especially if you use like in survival outdoors. You're gonna rely on the grippiness of the handle to hold the knife on your hand well, also to be strong enough to, so when you use this with all your force, not to damage the handle. And wood is great for that. So that's one, I'd say, better, one tool that it's better when it has like a better quality handle. For this one, again, it will tolerate not applying too much force, so it doesn't really matter the handle. So you don't apply that much force into it. But either or, like whatever tool of these you choose, it's always better to have both of them. If you want to have one of them, then I'd say this one would be my option with this kind of curved edge blade. But this one also very usable. There are like niche situations where you cannot use this one, instead you need this one or something like that. But you're not gonna, in a lot of cases, both either or will do the job. So just nuances or niche situations where they're gonna be like a strong difference between these in use. But there you go. I will leave a link to these or similar in description if you wanna check them out. And yeah, that's all. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye.